This gonna be my last video about this, but a lot of these girls are smart. These guys are smart. You know, you might be in the club and dance with some girl. Oh, he's so stupid. You know, he'll rock outside, jump in the BMW or Mercedes Benz. You know, go cruise up to his house like they had on TV. This one Japanese guy, he just sit on at home. I forgot where he live at, but he got a sweet ass crib, and I think he owns an apartment in the building, and all he does investing. He making millions. He got like 13 banks with millions of dollars in it, and they had on TV, you know, and they were asking, you know, what do you do? And he just said, I just sit in front of the computer for an hour or whatever, you know, a day, and that's it. And I make my money like that, you know. So, you know, you can still do investing. There are lots and lots of things to do to make money and stuff. Um, but yeah, as far as, you know, you want to get into business, you got to think what business you got to target. You know, you got to meet the people. You definitely need to learn the language because it's a definite plus. If you know the language, then you can eliminate so many problems. You know, and you know, I don't want to. Well, I gotta say this, and for the mere fact that you are black, you know, we go through the same problems that they go through. You know, as far as oppression from, you know, the wars and stuff, you know, by the Europeans and all of that stuff. And, you know, when you're sitting by them along and stuff, you'd be surprised at things that they talk about. They talk about the same things. So, you know, and if you sit down and you talk to things about them, then you never know. They might open up and just say, hey, okay, I know this friend that he's interested in this thing, but he's doing the business with this person, but I like you and I'll tell him, and you and him meet, and I know he'll change to do it with you. Because one thing about business, I think I mentioned it before, but one thing about business is it's not all about, you know, your quality or what you got and all that stuff. It's that, but not just that. It's your ability to entertain people too. And if you can entertain people, and I'm not saying like sexual or anything like that, you know, going out to dinner, talking, a lot of it is, a lot of it is, um, a lot of it is, a lot of it is, just got a message. A lot of it is due to how you entertain these people. You know, if you're doing business with them, like my first customer in Wakayama, you know, I did business with her. He was paying like $800 a month, you know, for, you know, jewelry and stuff. And you know, finally when we stopped doing business, you know, I bought everything that he didn't sell, that he didn't want, and I gave him some presents too. You know, I let him keep some stuff, you know, and because the way I do business is, if it doesn't sell, I'll buy it back. But I already made my money on that profit, you know, so it was no big thing. And then because I was nice to him and stuff like that, he'll take me out to dinner all the time, invited me to his house, and to his kid and his wife. And then when his son got older, you know, he's Korean, okay, and his wife is Japanese, and he brought his son to my school so I can teach him English, and he was speaking English within like 10 months, and he was real good, and his father was really surprised, you know. He said, wow, how can you get my son to, you know, speak and read and understand that fast, you know, like English, I speak the language, you know, so it's easy. Plus, I'm a father, you know, that's what I always tell the parents, you know, I'm a father, and, you know, that's how I teach my kids when I was in the States and stuff. But, you know, you got to talk to these people and entertain them, because when you entertain them, like Japanese people, you go out, you drinking and stuff, and you know, they like the girls and stuff, but you don't have to get girls from them because they know how to get their own girls. But you just be surprised. I mean, just something simple, you know, and they'll open up the doors. So you can. So what I'm saying is that you can go out there and you can look for the business, but if you can't read Japanese and you're looking at these signs, you don't know what you're reading. You can, or you can be smart and meet somebody, and then they can take you right from A. And you can take a Shinkansen or an airplane right to Z, you know, and they have those too. So it's like when I talk to these girls and stuff like that, you know, I talk to them and, you know, I listen to what they got to say and see what they doing. Like this one girl I know I talk to sometimes, and, you know, she talking about she go to Kintetsu a lot. It's this big department store. So I'm figuring she got stores in there, and the building she lives in, they own it, and their father lives in this other nice building. I asked if they owned it. She said no, but she could be lying and stuff, but I don't know. But in her parking space, you know, she got a Lexus IS3, I mean, a IS 250, right? But you know, she lives in Osaka, right in the middle of the heart of Osaka, and her parking every month is $300. You know, so I'm thinking like $300, that's a lot of money, you know. But then you got to think about it, you know. You know, they know business and stuff. You know, you get all that stuff taken off on taxes and all that stuff. But still, you know, she's saying she's just a regular worker, you know, and she's paying $300 a month and, you know, all that stuff. At first, she was telling me that. And as we got to know her and she became more comfortable with me, you know, she just started telling me more things about her and all of this stuff. And then another thing, too, that I think she's probably richer than what I think she's leading me to believe, which I don't care, you know. But she knows all these companies and these buildings and how much money they have coming in and all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, you know, and her parents are always taking trips and doing all that. And her sister, well, I think her sister got a boyfriend, but she's always at home. So I guess, you know, they probably meet on the weekend. And this girl, she doesn't have a boyfriend or anything, you know. And I ain't introducing y'all to her, so don't even ask. And stuff like that. But, you know, for me, you know, I come out here to Japan and I meet mostly rich people. And, you know, they ask me what I do. I talk about, you know, I do English and stuff. But I haven't really approached anyone to invest in stuff, which I really need to do. But I get these books published first. And this one song I need to get published. But it's just, you know, there's a lot of business opportunities. And you don't have to actually be clueless or think you're clueless or don't know. Just ask, because you got to understand. Besides, and I'm not saying all Europeans are immune from this, but you know, if you got to understand that what the English did to the world, they got all of us in this one bubble, and you're thinking, but what it is they know that if you go to another country, you want to do business, and if you understand the language, and for the mere fact that you are black and you look just like them and all that stuff, that they will do business with you. And some of them might, you know, if they're real rich, they might act stupid and stuff like that, you know, but don't worry about them, because there's a whole bunch of other ones that will do business with you and stuff. But it's how you talk to them and you approach them, you know, and you don't have to be like a slave or anything. You could be strong, you could be a man, you can be black, whatever. But, you know, there's ways that you got to respect people and talk to them. And basically, to get someone to give you information, you just got to let them talk. Let them talk. And they will open up and they'll tell you so much, you know. Like, I was talking about the other video about the Thai guy, and he, I don't know if I sent the video or I wrote it to somebody. But, you know, this one Thai guy, he had money. His sister was selling diamonds and stuff, you know, these big old rocks and stuff, you know, and they were real, you know. She had them little machine and stuff and all that stuff. And me and her was just talking about business, whatever, and every time I go to Thailand, next thing you know, he's like, oh, wow, you're so cool. I want you to come to my house, and my sister, she always talks about you, and this and that. And if you want, you can marry my sister. I'm okay, you know. And I'm like, huh? You know, I'm thinking, when you tell her to marry a Thai guy, you know? You know, and I'm thinking, I didn't say that, you know, but he was just like, no, you can marry, you're so cool. And then he just started unloading in Thai, you know, because you're in America, you can do business. Like in Thailand, you guys go over there, you know, you can open up factories just like you would type. Only thing you can't do is buy property, but you need somebody to do it for you. But you can buy condominiums and stuff. If you got money, you can get them built, you know, but you guys got to have somebody to buy the land, you know. Buy and sell condominiums and all kinds of stuff, you know, open up kind of factories and do clothing and jewelry and stuff, you know. If you, like a lot of sisters out there, you got jewelry and stuff, you know, you make your own designs and you just get them, you know, at first get them, send to China, wherever, get them built, and save your money, go build your own company, make your own stuff, you know, because a lot of our fashion people love it. I'm running out of time, but what I'm saying is, you know, the business is there. You got to talk to people, but first get your education, and you know, ask me questions, but get your education. That's number one. Okay, I'm out. Peace.